Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And it is time for me to talk about the top 5 worst wrestling games of all time. Um, I want to address something about my webcam. Everybody was noticing in my last video, top 5 wrestling games. The reason why a lot of times it screws up is I don't know why. It always happened on my old webcam. Um, Something happens and my voice gets like crazy deep or something like that. I don't know what it is. It's usually, I think, usually when I delete a couple of videos off my computer sometimes, it helps that out. Or, I also don't know. I also was shooting that video as I was uploading my Raw review. That might have had something else to do with it. But, so sometimes, if that happens, I'm going to try to check my videos more before I upload them. As everybody knows, I don't edit my videos. I don't like doing that here. I like to just, fucking talk and just fucking upload it. Whatever happens, happens. It's like Monday Night Raw, with my videos. You never know what's going to happen. Anyway, so the top 5 worst wrestling games that I've played. There's a couple other games that I've never played, such as WCW Backstage Assault. So that won't be on the list, but however, these games will. Number 5, WrestleMania 18. This game came out for the GameCube, and it was the first game to actually have the correct Hell in the Cell. In past SmackDown games, we had Hell in the Cell, but they had some cheap fucking cage with just a lid on it, and there was no room on the outside to move around. So this was the first one that actually, let you move around on the outside. But aside from that, cheap fucking story mode. There was no story in the mode. It was just, go for the belt, and that was pretty much it. Also, the controls were just like not bad, but I should say more the gameplay mechanics just felt weird. Wrestlers, they would fall face down when you hit them. It was very bizarre. Hit somebody with a ladder, and just everything looked, it didn't look correct. Wrestlers looked too shiny. They all looked like they were wearing leather, pretty much. All the fucking wrestlers were shiny as fuck. The movements were very herky jerky, and there was only 5 front grapples for each wrestler. You would pretty much press the grapple button, the A button, or up, down, left, or right, and that would be pretty much it. That was the only fucking moves you had. Um, Also, holding A and B at the same time to do a finisher was very, very awkward. It didn't fit right. Um, the creator wrestler was beyond fucking cheap. They gave you so few options, and there was no excuse. Yes, it was GameCube, and they have, space limitations on that tiny little disc, but they still could have done a lot better than that. This was just, not total garbage. It wasn't a horrible fucking game, not the worst I ever played, but it was still pretty bad. It was pretty disappointing, and it deserves to be on the fucking list. At number 4, we got WCW Mayhem. I bought this game, and this was just one of those crazy things. I just used to buy wrestling games without even playing them sometimes. And this was one of those games. Mayhem was just a very, very weird fucking game. It had a very, very bizarre control scheme. This game was actually put out by Electronic Arts, which is something interesting to note. An actual sports game publisher actually putting this game out. And this game was just, it was bad. It really was in a lot of ways. I mean, It worked around something interesting, the momentum meter. They tried to copy how actual wrestling works on TV with things working by momentum, who had the most energy and who could make a comeback. But it was pretty fucking ridiculous. Wrestlers would regain momentum just like that. And you could be beating the shit out of a motherfucker and he would be kicking out like crazy. You could fucking hit them with like 10 fucking finishers and people would still be kicking out. It was fucking just horrendous. The backstage areas were probably about the only thing that was interesting about this game. The creator wrestler was just fucking horrendous. It was maybe even worse than WrestleMania 18's creator wrestler. Just, there was no fucking options. You couldn't do fucking anything. And once again, you weren't able to pick a wrestler's moveset. You had to go back to the days of WWF Warzone, just giving them assigning them the moveset of another wrestler. How fucking cheap is that? How much memory could it take up on a disc or a cartridge to fucking, just put a list of moves in there? WWF Attitude, ECW Hardcore Revolution had it. Fucking Acclaim games fucking had that type of shit. So why couldn't Mayhem have it? But pretty much it was, the graphics were okay, no problems there. But the thing was, it was just pretty fucking bad with that momentum meter. That just fucking killed the whole fucking game because that was the core game mechanic. And it's not even like you could turn it off. It was there to stay. And, if you didn't like it, then you probably thought that it sucked, just like me. And number 3, WrestleMania the arcade game. Now, a lot of people are going to get mad at me because of this nostalgia. As I'm doing this video, I'm a couple of days away from my 27th birthday. So, it goes without saying, I ain't just some obnoxious kid here on the internet knocking an old game. I grew up with this game. And I have to say, it sucks fucking cock. It sucks fucking cock. It really fucking does. This was another game made by Acclaim. They worked on Mortal Kombat. And they went on to make Warzone and Attitude. 2 fine games. So there's no reason to praise the arcade game. This game is fucking ridiculous. It's Mortal Kombat in a fucking wrestling ring. And it just looks fucking ridiculous. I used to play this game and I used to laugh at it. And the thing is, pretty sure you're not supposed to be laughing at this game. It was just this type of game. It's nostalgic. You can go back, I'm sure, if I played it, but really just playing this game, it was just fucking bad. And it's not like the game had great controls either. It had okay graphics, but really, you only had a couple of wrestlers in this game, and it was just pretty fucking ridiculous, the concept. Fucking Undertaker throwing fucking fireballs with like souls in it, just ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Just, wrestling games should be about, doing the moves, actual fucking wrestling moves, not throwing fucking spirit bombs at people and fucking fireballs in the ring. That is just beyond fucking retarded. So no, I'm sorry. Nostalgic perhaps, but this game was just pretty fucking bad, I think. It's not, you can't say it was a good game. It really wasn't. It doesn't have any of the makings of a good game. At number 2, WrestleMania 21. Never have I played a more broken fucking game except for the game that I chose for number 1. WrestleMania 21 for the Xbox was just one of the biggest fucking clusterfucks I ever did fucking see in my whole fucking life, motherfuckers. This game wasn't even tested. The fucking controls didn't even work half the time. You'd go to do a finisher, it just simply wouldn't work. And I was pretty sure I was doing the correct command. The fucking game was it was glitched to fuck. And it actually didn't have that bad of a story mode. It was a real shame. Also, the roster was pretty fucking pathetic. It had like half the fucking wrestlers that were in the game from the previous year, the Raw versus SmackDown game. This game was just it was bad. It was really fucking bad, and it was mostly due to the glitches. It probably wouldn't have been that bad of a game otherwise. I also remember that the Creator Wrestler wasn't too horrible, not too shabby, not too bad at all. But holy fucking shit. You want to talk about the motherfucking king of all glitch fest? This was it. This was the crown jewel, the crown turd of fucking just bad games, bad wrestling games. Except for number one. Number one, WCW Nitro. Never in my whole fucking life did I ever play a more broken down piece of fucking shit. This game, believe it or not, was actually recalled from Blockbuster for being too fucking glitchy and bad. Yeah, I remember actually asking about this game. This is what I remember about the fucking game. I went to rent it, and I actually brought it back. To rent another game. I remember I came back to the store, and me and my father complained about the game, and they let me rent another fucking game. Then I remember my cousin wanted to try it, so we actually went back to Blockbuster to rent it again, and that's when we were informed that the game had actually been recalled. Go fucking figure. It was probably the most broken fucking game of all time. I remember the moves are just fucking impossible to do. Remember how I said with Warzone and games like Attitude or ECW Hardcore Revolution, you'd have to press like up, down, kick, or up, down, punch to do a move. This time, you would do something similar, but it just wouldn't work, and there was way more commands to it. You had to, like, do something with, like, counterclockwise to do a fucking move. It's like, what the fuck? Did they even want you to do the fucking move? Did they actually want you to perform it? Oh, it didn't look that way because it was almost fucking impossible to fucking do it. You tried so fucking... Just even talking about this game is pissing me off. I hate things that are just glaring blotches on my childhood that I had to put up with this fucking shit. You counterclockwise. Get fuck out of here. This ain't fucking Street Fighter. It's a fucking wrestling game. It's not set up the same way. It's not the same game mechanics, but they throw that fucking shit in there like anyone's supposed to know how to fucking do it. I mean, holy fucking shit. I remember the N64 didn't have it, but the PlayStation version at least had little videos, before when you on the character select screen. So that was pretty fucking cool, I have to say. At least they gave you that. At least you had the taunt right before the match, so the guy would actually like make you like think that you should pick him, so you'd have like Disco Inferno like telling you to fucking pick him. Aside from that, this game was just fucking shit all around. As I said, when Blockbuster recalls the game, it's pretty fucking bad. Alright, motherfuckers, that was the top 5